Hey everybody, it's Jason Creel and you're watching The Lawn Care Life. Today I want to share with you some practical lawn business advice that I think can help you land more customers. Now behind me is a rustic barn. This is not a piece of vinyl in a room that looks like a rustic barn. It actually is a rustic barn on my property. I'd like to knock it down and have a non-rustic barn, would be much more practical for me. Let's get started with the advice, and we're talking about how to deal with customers, how to land more customers, and we're talking about in this video. Let's get started. Okay, so one of the biggest questions you get asked from new people starting lawn business, how do I get more customers? And there's a lot of videos out there and advice on there about how to generate those leads. I think an online presence is very important. That can take some time to build. There's plenty of other methods of building relationships in the community with people who send you business, being active in Facebook groups, direct mail. There's a lot of things you can do. Sometimes it's a slow go from the beginning, but today I want to talk to you more specifically about what to do when you actually do get that phone call. Because, you know, it's one thing to get the phone call, but we need to improve on closing the deal and landing that customer once they call us, especially if they're, you know, if they're a referral from your grandmother. Okay, that's probably a pretty easy close. But if it's somebody who's getting multiple quotes, how can we improve our chances on landing that customer? I have some practical advice for you. All right, let's start off with something that to me seems kind of obvious, but I want to at least mention it, and that is we need to be quick to respond to the customer. Now, here's what happens sometimes for me. I'll get a phone call and maybe I don't always answer, but if I get a voicemail, I'll listen to it, somebody looking for a quote. Or sometimes they go on the website and they fill out the little contact us form and it comes to my phone via email. And it's somebody that, and I've got their name, address, phone number, and it says, you know, I'm looking for a quote for lawn services. So what do I do when I get that? Whether it's a voicemail or even more so when I get that contact us form that comes with my email, I want to, as quickly as possible, respond to that. Okay, now ideally, if they call me, I answer the phone, and that's even better. But if I don't, if they leave me a voicemail, in my mind, I'm thinking, what's going on between the 10 minutes ago they left the voicemail and now when I actually receive the voicemail? I'm thinking they may have already called 3 other companies looking for quotes in that 10-minute span because I wasn't there to answer the phone. But let's think about it. I mean, practically speaking, most lawn care business owners don't have somebody always sitting by the phone. I don't have a full-time secretary. They're answering all the phone calls. So, you know, it's practically, I can't answer every phone call, but I can get back to them as quickly as possible. And if they send me an online form, it comes to my email, maybe they sent that online form because they don't want to talk on the phone, or they're at their office desk or something. But I don't care in that situation, because what I do is I call them back as soon as possible, because I need to talk to somebody. I want to know, one, what are they looking for? When they say, you know, want lawn service, well, what that can mean a number of different things. So I want to make sure that they're looking for a service that I actually offer, and I want to have a brief conversation with them about, you know, have they dealt with a company in the past, what's the current situation of their yard, and through having a conversation, I feel like I can go ahead and begin the process of selling that customer that I am the right person for the job. And having that conversation. So I think it's very important, and it's very important to act quickly. Now let me give you an example from another industry that's going to make a very important point for us in the lawn care industry, and it's the main point of this video. Let's say you go to a fast food restaurant, and you go to some, if you're like me, you go to some fast food restaurants and you're expecting poor service, and you go to other fast food restaurants, you expect good service. But I go to some and you know, you just pretty much know the service is going to be terrible here, but I'm going to go here anyway. So you walk up to the counter, and what happens? Sometimes they don't even say anything. The person at the counter simply looks at you like, what an inconvenience you are to my life. I could be back in the back playing on my cell phone right now, and I'm having to sit here and take your order. Now, they're not saying any of that, but they simply look at you. No hello, no how may I help you, no would you like to try number 5 with fries, you know, no nothing. They just sit there and stare at you. And I say, okay, I would like this, that, and the other. And they say, is that it? And I say, yep, that's it. That's all I'm having. and they give you money, and you think the whole time you feel like you have burdened this person's life for making them actually do something for their job. Now, you've also been to other fast food restaurants where the service is far different experience. You're greeted with a smile, a friendly person to ask you how you're doing and how can I help you. And you order, they thank you for ordering, they fix you a drink, they hand it to you, and the entire experience is pleasant. And you know what I've also noticed? Those places typically have more customers than the other places. It's fascinating, isn't it? It's just really fascinating that the people who actually act like they want you to be there have more people who actually show up than the places who act like they don't want you to be there. Now let's translate this to the lawn care industry, because I think sometimes, without knowing it, some of us lean more towards that restaurant counter worker person who doesn't want you to be there than we do the happy person who wants the customer to be there. So from the very minute that I have that first interaction with a customer, whether they call and I answer the phone, or they've left a message, or I get the contact us form, my email, and I call them back, you know, it's no great scientific fact that the actual tone of your voice communicates something to the customer. Some people, this is going to be very natural to come across as happy and I'm just so thankful you called. For other people, and I'll put myself in this category, you have to work at it a little bit harder to sound positive when you talk to that customer. And again, this goes back to not only what you say, but how you say it, the tone of what you're saying. So when I answer my phone, I want to answer my phone like this. I want to say, hello, this is Jason with such and such lawn care company. Okay, so you put your name and the company you're with. But I say it with a positive tone. If I just say, hello. Now what's the other option? You can just say, hello. And they say, yeah, is this ABC Lawn Company? Yeah, this is me. You want to say it with a positive tone, okay? You want to make them feel comfortable. So I'm going to do a little role play kind of deal here and just see if you can pick up on the difference, and then think about it in your own business. Which one of these is more likely to describe you, and do you think that actually communicates through to the customer? Because I know for a fact that when I deal with somebody, I want them to feel like they want my business. So here we go. We'll do a little role play. First, we'll do the negative way to do it, then we'll go to the positive. Got my phone here. I get a customer calling in. Hello? Yeah, this is Bob. I'm looking to get a quote from my lawn care. I live over on Main Street. I was seeing if somebody could come by to give me a quote for lawn care. Oh, Main Street, that's all the way on the other side of town. I got a busy schedule today, but I'll see. Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it. Let me see what my schedule's like. I can't make any promises I'm gonna be there today, but I could probably get out there by Friday and look at it. Okay, Friday, I mean, honestly, we were trying to get something done a little sooner. I mean, grass is getting pretty tall, and I was wanting to see if I could get somebody out a lot sooner. Do you think it's possible to get out there before Friday? Well, you know, you're not my only customer. I got a whole schedule full of yards to do today. I mean, I could try to make it out there tomorrow, but honestly, I can just go ahead and tell you, to drive all the way over to Main Street to look at this one yard, I mean, it's not gonna be cheap because I don't have any yards on that side of town. So I mean, it's gonna, don't expect some cheap price from me because, you know, to be honest with you, it's a little bit out of the way. Okay, well, you're welcome to give me a quote. That'll be fine if you can make it by tomorrow. That'll be, you know, that would be helpful. But I'm trying to make a decision here pretty soon on this property. Okay, I'll see what I can do. I mean, like I said, I'm not making any promises, but if I get over there, I'll give you a quote, and, you know, we'll see if we can help you out. But, you know, but the way it's been raining lately, my mower broke last week, so I'm kind of down behind, and one of my workers didn't show up this morning, so we're just having a real hard time getting caught up. But yeah, I'll see if I can make it by there. All right, talk to you later. Bye. All right, so what do you think happens in that situation? I mean, the lawn care person, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I think there's a couple of mistakes that's being made there. I mean, you're sitting, one, when I'm talking to a customer, I mean, I really want them to come across with the idea that I want the job. I mean, it doesn't matter what field it is. If I call an HVAC person because my air conditioner's broke, okay, and it's 100 degrees outside, when do I want my air conditioner fixed? Well, obviously I want it fixed right away. Now, guess what? The HVAC technician is probably very busy during that time of year, and I'm not the only one that has my air conditioner broke. But if they put it off like, you know, hey, you know, like you're a burden, I got so many jobs, you understand how many jobs I got to get to today, I'll get there when I can, you know, and it just makes it sound burdensome. Now the truth is, in the lawn business, maybe your employee didn't show up today and your mower did break last week, but you don't have to tell the customer that. You want to sound enthusiastic. I want the work. Now this is if you do want the work. If you don't want the work, this video is not for you. But I mean, I'm assuming that you want more work. I want to say things that are a lot more positive, communicates that. So let me try to do this again in a more positive way and show you kind of more how I would handle it. All right, getting a phone call from the customer. Hello, this is Jason with ABC Lawn Care. Yeah, this is Bob. I'm over on Main Street. I'm looking for some lawn care service. I was seeing if somebody could come by and give me a quote. Oh yes sir, Bob, I appreciate the opportunity, and I would love to be able to get by a quote. I'm working on a yard right now, but as soon as I finish with that, I'll head over to your yard and take a look at it, and I'll give you a call back with a quote. Would that be okay? Sure, that'd be great. Yeah, no hurry. I wasn't expecting that quick of a response from you, but yeah, if you can make it by there today, that would be awesome. Oh, no problem. I'd rather go and look at it today. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity, and we have a lot of yards over in that area anyway, so I'm familiar with the neighborhood, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully helping you with your lawn care. Okay, well, give me a call when you get there. I'd love to talk to you about it. Sounds great. I'll be in touch very soon. Thanks a lot. Now maybe again that sounds oversimplified, but you see the difference in the tone of voice there. I mean, when we using phrases like, I appreciate the opportunity. Now that doesn't even mean I got the job. I mean, I genuinely appreciate the opportunity to have the opportunity to give a quote on the job. The difference in saying I appreciate the opportunity versus saying, yeah, I'll try to get over there when I can, is so much different. And believe me, the customer can hear that. It's just like when you walk up to that fast food counter and they stare at you like, will you please go away or just fall dead here in front of me? Either way, it doesn't matter to me. Or when they greet you and with a smile and welcome you there and how can I help you? I mean, it's so much difference in how it makes the customer feel. So I mean, I feel like from that very first conversation, I've not given them a price or anything, but I'm already selling the customer. I want them to know, I want this job. I will be there soon to give you a quote. I will call you very soon, and I will have a number for you, and then I will continue to tell you on why I am going to be a good lawn care provider for you. Well, guess what? It's hard to convince the customer that, yes, I'm going to be reliable and you can count on me and I'll do excellent work and here's my price. It's hard to convince them that you're worth it if you don't hit it a home run on that initial conversation that makes them sound like you're worth it. Some people just, you know, the way you communicate, it's like it's some kind of burden to you to go give them a quote. You're like, yeah, I'll try to get by there later this afternoon, but I got my goat yoga class at 4 p.m. so, you know, it may be tomorrow before I can get there. And it's just, a lot of people are busy. Call any lawn care person about April or May. They're almost all busy. But you can't let the customer think that you're so busy, I don't have time to go by there and give you a quote. And here's something else. I know some of you, you know, your cell phone's a burden you want to get away from, but some people like don't have voicemail set up. I don't get that. I mean, if I called somebody for a service and there's no voicemail, it says the voicemail box is full, or there is just, this user has not set up their voicemail box yet, or whatever it is, or it just hangs up. And I'm thinking, what in the world is going on? I mean, you know, you'd rather answer, but worst case scenario, say, this is my name with my lawn care business. Please leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Something like that. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy, but I'm again communicating like, did I get the right number? I mean, I thought this was some kind of reputable lawn care service and they don't even have a voicemail. I mean, what's going on here? I think I'll try somebody else. So I mean, again, I'm talking to people who like want to get customers. If you don't want to get customers, then don't worry about it. But I mean, this may sound oversimplified, but to me, you can really set yourself up for success if you'll respond quickly and respond positively and let them know I want the business. Makes a huge difference, because if they've had bad experiences with people being unreliable and not showing up, not communicating well, the fact that you communicate well, respond quickly, give them a quote the same day they call is going to go a long way with them saying, hey, I've got more confidence in this lawn care provider than I did the last one, who never communicated, showed up late, and never called me when they weren't coming. Let me hear from you in the comments. If you hadn't done so, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Here's some suggested videos popping up for you. Or you can go to my website, lawncarelife.com. There's resources available there. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.